All right, this is the mill at Spring Mill Park. This is the Pioneer Village, and this is we're going to be investigating tonight. Be hanging out here. It's known to be really haunted, and we'll see how things go. A friend of mine is a Civil War reenactor, and they stay here a couple times a year in the cabins and on the property. And a lot of the guys won't stay in 3 or 4 of the cabins because they're just so overwhelmingly haunted. It scares them so bad. But this is the actual grist mill here. And that's where the water comes down to the mill. But this is pretty cool. Most of these buildings were built in the 1820s or earlier. This one right here is really cool. Doesn't really have a plaque on it, so I don't know what the history on that one is. Some of the buildings have plaques on them telling you when they were built and who owned them and all that good stuff. Some of the stuff has been moved from another location to this location. There's a little cabin up there too. But this one right here, we've been told, is the most haunted spot in the Pioneer Village. That supposedly it was so haunted and then so negative that they had to close it down and not let people go into it for a long time because of how bad it was. Now, I don't know that to be true. That's just what I've been told. So, and Danny in our group, he says that when you go in here, there was white sage burnt everywhere, all over the cabin, and because I guess the Park Service used the sage to try to cleanse the stuff out of the building, but it appears it's open again. So, I guess the most haunted part, Danny says, is the back corner back here. He says that the one, I'll show you guys. Let's see. He says the one with the curtains closed is the room where the most stuff happens. Excuse me. But the back of the house, the curtains are open in that room and you can see in, but this is a really cool village. I haven't walked up to that cabin yet, so we'll walk that way. This garden is really cool with these archways. I did walk into a big snake earlier, so I'm kind of being a little cautious. It was just a black snake, so it was nothing dangerous, but this looks like something off of Beverly Hillbillies or something. pretty cool. Hopefully we're sitting up here for a while. Hopefully we'll get something good up in here. Said we're working on getting permission to investigate inside some of the buildings, but we're talking to the guy, so it's one of the things where I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, you know, kind of thing. So, but right now we'll investigate on the outside of the buildings, maybe sit on the porch and see if we get anything. And we'll be live here for a few hours tonight, so. There's still a couple other people wandering around, but as it gets dark, hopefully they'll be gone. Or, you know, carrying around paranormal equipment, so. An old settler's wagon. Can you imagine traveling all the way across the whole country in one of them things? No wonder there's ghosts here after that. This is the Mercantile building. The Apothecary. And that looks like Staples or something over there. I said I've never been here, so Danny used to come here all the time. He lives right down the road, so. There's Danny sitting over there waiting on me. And then there's that building right there. I think the lady's name was White, but I guess she was a protector of the Indians that lived around here, so they'd come to her for protection when they needed help because they didn't trust anybody else. And that cabin was in a different location. They moved it here, so I can't remember. Danny said they used to call it the fort when he was a kid, where it used to be. Then they moved it over here into the settlers' pioneer village. And there's a pretty cool waterfall there. The water's really cool because we've had so much rain. Just don't drop the phone in the water, right? What'd you say that lady's name was? It White? White? Yeah.
Yeah, White.
What was her first name?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember her first name? I thought you said
It was
your name.
Granny White. I could look it up and tell you.
You don't have to do that.
That's Granny White House over there.
It's called the Granny White House. So, it's pretty awesome. And then this is the Weaver.
That's where you got your rugs made.
Got your rugs made, he said. Okay. It's called the Sheik's House. Erected in 1816. So it's pretty old. A lot of stuff here is really old and really cool looking.
They do have a big loom that lady works during the day.
Oh. So you can see your looming rugs in there during the day. But that is kind of the place we're hanging out investigating tonight. So hopefully things go good. We wanted to share it with you guys.